everybody and welcome back to my channel. It's been a short week for me this week. I've only traded 3 days this week, but I've still managed to finish the week up green on my account, which is fantastic, and I've closed the week up with just under 0.5% profit. I had 2 really nice green days on Tuesday and Wednesday, but unfortunately I gave back some profit yesterday on Thursday. I did actually think about not trading at all, and if I hadn't, I would have finished the week up 0.60% of my account, but it happens. You can't predict when the losers are going to happen. You've just got to show up, and I'm still happy to be green on the week. Slowly and steadily I am managing to get further away from that max drawdown figure on my account with the 5%ers, and at the moment I'm now around about -2% in drawdown on my account, so I've done very well considering I was really close to -4%, which would have blown up my account. So I've just got to carry on, take it slow and steady, and follow the process and trust it. So I'm going to jump onto the computer in just a moment, share with you my real trading data with my account with the 5%ers in my broker, as well as my best trade this week, which was taken on GBPUSD. Let's get to it. I very nearly forgot to say to you as well that I'm super excited because next week we're actually launching our Forex chat room. So it'll be available for you to join if you want to join our chat room. It'll be a place where we can all connect as traders, help each other, support each other, share some trade ideas, share analysis. I'm going to be in the chat room most mornings from about 8 o'clock, sharing my watch list and trade alerts as well. So if you're interested in that, I'll include a link below where you can check that out. You can sign up, and then from next Monday you can join the chat room. Okay guys, so just in my broker here, my account with the 5%ers, I'm in my MetaTrader 4 platform, and you can see here in the top left hand corner my balance at the moment, which is set at $12,724.97. The starting balance for this account was $13,000, so I am still down on my account overall in drawdown. But I'm 2 months into the challenge, I've got 4 months left to go, and I'm feeling much better because I'm taking it slow and steady, and I'm managing to get further away from my drawdown figure, so I've just got to carry on. But as you can see here in my account history, just make this a little bit bigger for you. These are the trades that I took this week. Although overall I think I did take more losers than winners, I took bigger winners, so I had a better profit loss ratio, which meant that ultimately I finished up $51.78 on the week, which is around about 0.45% on my account. And what I'm really enjoying about trading is that it is a continual learning journey, and at the moment I'm managing to be in the threshold of going from break even to taking winners, which is a really nice feeling. But I'm trusting this process, and I'm trusting that over time I will continue to improve, and I'm hoping and trusting that as that continues I will be able to decipher poor quality trades from A quality trades and manage to increase my accuracy rate, which will help to increase my overall winners. So let's check out my winning trade for GBPUSD. I've just got the 5-minute chart open here, and at the moment I've not used the backtesting tool, so this is the present day chart data as we see it. And the reason I've done this is to show you something I've learned from this trade. Now this trade on GBPUSD, I took the trade on Tuesday, and it was my best trade this week. It gave me the best winner. And the one mistake I made with this is that I only took one position size. I got in and I got out. No! And in hindsight, I could have taken multiple position sizes for this trade, but at the time I was more focused on wanting to just take a base hit and get a win for the week. Now before I go further into the charts, because at the moment as you can see the candlesticks are very small, it's quite hard to really see anything other than the general structure of this chart, and that's what I wanted to show you, because I'm sure you can see as well as I can that it's been in a really nice downtrend. And just to share with you before we zoom in, this is the trade that I took on Tuesday. So I'm not complaining. It was a green trade, it was a nice trade, I had a positive profit loss ratio. I made 2.2R on this account, which equated to just over 0.5% on my account. What's the problem? Well, imagine if I'd have taken multiple positions on this trade. Once I'd gotten into this trade, price action never returned to my entry, which meant that I could have just been in the green for the whole duration of this trade. If I'd have moved my stop to break even, I could have covered my risk because obviously I wouldn't have lost, but I could have maybe kept extending my take profit. I know with trading you can never get the full move, and I respect that. But I'd like to think that, especially as I improve my skills as a trader, I could capture a lot more of this move, because if I had traded this with a multiple position, at the moment it would be over 13R in profit. Whether I would have taken that all, I don't know. I probably wouldn't have held it all, but it just shows the potential when you get a good trade at the beginning of the week, if you manage to keep a runner for the week, what you can achieve. And if I'd have done nothing this week but mainly focus and manage on this trade, I probably would have made more. And that leads me on to just reminding you guys, before I get into this trade recap, that next Tuesday I've got a new video coming out that talks about how to set multiple profit targets that I think will be really useful, and it's something that I'm trying to work on, as you can tell, as well. But anyway, enough of torturing myself with potential profits, let's get into this trade. So I've just removed the present chart data. I've taken you back to what the chart looked like before I traded on Tuesday morning, and for pound USD on the 4-hourly chart here, as you can see, we've been in this really nice uptrend, but we seem to be having a potential shift in trend direction, because we've had a range, we've broken the range to the downside, we've come back up, and we seem to be making a lower high because we've consolidated, and then we've had this really large bearish candle on the 4-hourly chart, which at the time I took to mean that it was making a lower high, and for me that gave me confirmation for a short. So at this point I was looking for a move down. Once I established this from the higher time frames, I then dropped to the time frame that I like to trade on, which is the 5-minute chart, which is where I look to see how price reacts around these structural points and to see whether I can identify any potential entries for a trade. Now, looking on the 5-minute, we'd had the uptrend, we'd had the consolidation, dropped down, we've pushed back up, we haven't been able to break the upper part of this consolidation, and we started to get a drop. So this for me was really nice, because it was showing that we were struggling with our bullish momentum and the bears were coming in. So the way that I analysed this was I just drew a very generic point here in the market to highlight the bottom of this range that we had broken, and I was simply looking to get a push up, perhaps a retest of this area, or a support, a lower high made underneath this, which is what I was looking to take for a trade entry. So when the London session opened at 8 o'clock, it was still pushing down, and I was just waiting for the dust to settle, waiting for my pullback. Now you can see that price starts to pull back here, and we start to get some really nice upper wicks, which means that we're starting to lose the bullish momentum. And once we got this really nice bearish candle on the 5-minute chart here, this confirmed to me that we were making a lower high. So zooming into this chart, we can see that we had the pullback, we had 3 wick rejections and a bearish candle. So this was a really nice confluence for me to get into this trade short. And I used a sell stop on this. I set my entry at the low of this closing 5-minute candle. I used a 15 pip stop, which just placed my stop above this major structural point here, just to account for if we had any kind of pullback. And for the purposes of my strategy, I used a 2R target. So I was risking 15 pips to make 30 pips. Or in risk terms, I was risking 0.25% to make 0.50%. Now ordinarily, I would have taken 2 positions. I've started doing that recently for my trades. But when I took this trade, I actually had a losing trade prior to this. So I can appreciate perhaps this is an element of emotional trading coming in, but at this point I just wanted to get a winner. I didn't want to complicate matters. I didn't want multiple trades running. I just wanted to get a winning trade to gather back what I lost and give me some profit. So I decided to just take 1 position. And after a slight bit of consolidation, price pushed down into the green, and it wasn't long until it hit my target, which was great. I had a really nice winner on this trade. But once again, zooming out 3 days later, Friday, end of the week, and we can see that pound USD just continued to drop this week. And I could have definitely taken multiple positions. I could have managed this better, and I could have got a lot more profit from this trade. So I'm going to try and take a photographic memory of this moment to remind me that it's really important to take multiple positions, because you just don't know which trade is going to run and which one you can really capitalize on. But regardless to this, I'm still finishing the week up, so I shouldn't moan about it. I'm still green, and green is good. It's quite interesting as well, because this is the third green week that I've had now in a row, which feels amazing. But already I'm starting to have those feelings that it's not enough. I don't know whether you've ever felt it before, maybe in life with your job, when you've had a pay rise, and after the initial euphoric feeling that you've had a pay rise, it then just becomes that monotonous job that you have to go and do, and no amount of money can seem to be enough to get you to do it. At least that's what I felt like. It's starting to feel the same with trading. After the initial excitement and happiness that I'm green, I'm starting to feel like it's not enough. So like this week I'm green, but I could have made more money. I wonder if that feeling ever goes away, or if you always have that and you always want to make more money. What do you guys reckon? So I'm trying to practice humility and gratitude that I've had a green week. Feels great, I've just got to carry on, I've got to repeat. And before I know it, hopefully I'll be back in the green overall in my count with the 5%ers. I hope you guys have had a great week. The start to April. Let me know how you've gone on in the comments below. If you've enjoyed the video, be sure to hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe for more content from my channel. And I'll catch you in my next video. Thank you guys. Bye.